The Abundance Blueprint Podcast, Mindful Monday, Season 2, theme, Women and Wealth. Episode title, In My Own Voice, You Are the Blueprint. Hey, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for joining us in our very first Mindful Monday. And officially, welcome to the Abundance Blueprint Podcast, From Uncertainty to Prosperity. I'm your host, Naomi Saadiq. And today marks the beginning of something deeply personal, something powerful, and something amazing. Welcome to a season dedicated to women and wealth. But don't let that word wealth scare you off. You will definitely want to stay tuned in because this is not about stock tips and savings accounts, at least not right away. We're starting with something that comes before the numbers. We're starting with you. Now, don't get it twisted. This show is not only for the ladies, but it is where I wanted to start this journey of abundance. I want to speak directly to the woman listening on her break, in her car, in the bathroom, at work, in her bed, scrolling before sleep. The woman who gets up early, stays up late, does the most, gives the most, and sometimes feels the least seen, the least valued, and the least heard. I see you. And I value this space. And I'm not here to sell you a dream. I'm here to remind you of a dream you forgot. Because you, sis, are the investment. You are the seed. You are the soil. You are the sun. And that's what the rule of 72 teaches or reminds us. It's a simple financial principle that tells us how long it takes to double our money based on the interest rate. But when I first heard it, I didn't understand it. Now licensed in financial services for over 10 years, I not only understand it, but I can teach it. Now I do more than just think about dollars. I think about doubling joy, doubling peace, doubling our legacies, doubling our impact, doubling our voices, doubling the woman, the lady, and the little girl inside of all of us, waiting to have permission to simply be. Because what you pour into yourself will multiply. And the real question is, what have you been pouring in? Have you been pouring into any of the following? Stress, self-doubt, comparison, neglect, or rather pouring into patience, presence, prayer, grace. Now, let's take a moment right now. Seriously, let's pause. I want you to take a deep breath with me. Inhale. Hold it. Now exhale slowly. That moment, that was wealth. You didn't pay for it. You didn't earn it. It was yours because you are here. Your breath work means more than gold itself. And being here in the present is the foundation of abundance. You see, gratitude and mindfulness go hand in hand. One unlocks the other. Without gratitude, we're always reaching. Without mindfulness, we're always running. But when we combine the two, we slow down, we notice, we breathe, we receive. And that's what so many of us are missing. Not more hustle, not more doing, but more receiving. Because abundance isn't always about the harvest. Sometimes it's about honoring the ground beneath you, even before anything grows. And I know this world doesn't make it easy. We're juggling work, parenting, caretaking, commuting, surviving. Some days it feels like we're in church hearing about how much God loves us, and other days we're being reminded of all the ways that we've fallen short. And work can feel the same. Perform, push, prove, repeat. And in the middle of all that, we lose sight of who we are. So ask yourself, am I surviving or am I truly living? Am I moving or am I becoming? Because sis, this season is about becoming. One more thing as I transition. We are not here to replace men. We are here to rise with them, to heal in our sacred space, to honor our divine love, to hold the world in one arm and ourselves in the other. And when we do that, the village thrives. Our soul tribe thrives. The men around us rise differently, beloved. The children are safer, beloved. Our legacies stretches wider. That's why this season of the Abundance Blueprint is for you. Because when the woman rises, the generations multiply. That's the real rule of 72. And speaking of legacy, let me tell you something personal. I wrote a book, not in a mansion, not on a sabbatical, but in the middle of my life unraveling. It's called I Found Out I Had Breast Cancer on My Lunch Break. And that's exactly what happened. But instead of letting that diagnosis be the end, I used it to build a beginning, a platform, a voice, a purpose. I started showing up, not perfect, but present. I started speaking life into others because I needed to remind myself that I was still alive. And that's where this podcast was born. That's where Phenomenally Me Women's Society was born. That's a nonprofit organization that I founded that supports women with breast cancer, especially Black and brown women who often don't have the resources or recognition they deserve. And now we are expanding into Houston, into Detroit, into Arizona, into Florida. We're connecting with new partners, new voices, and new listeners every single day. We're breaking language barriers because abundance belongs to everyone. And that's why this podcast is being released in multiple languages, because no woman should be locked out of her own breakthrough. Now, here's what I need from you. If this message touched you, if it made you pause, if it reminded you of who you are, I need you to share it, sponsor it. Join us on Patreon, where we never charge our guests to be on this show. We don't believe in putting a price tag on someone's story and their testimony. All right? We monetize another way, so we do deeply appreciate and value every coffee, every shout out, every partner, every share, everyone that helps us keep this vision alive. And if you want to be a guest, please reach out. We would love to hear your voice. Our email is info@theabundanceblueprint.org. And if you want to support the mission, grab the book, I Found Out I Had Breast Cancer on My Lunch Break on Amazon Kindle. You want to sew into this work? Join our growing community on Patreon. Again, that's patreon.com/theabundanceblueprint777. Every dollar, every share, every prayer, every replay, it all matters. So, as we start this season, I leave you with this truth. You are already abundant. You are not broken. You are becoming. You are the investment. You are the blueprint. And I am honored to walk this journey with you in my own voice. Until next Monday, I see you. I love you. Let's keep building. Until next time, stay consistent, stay focused, and remember the goals. I love you. Intentionally, Naomi Saadiq.